Hello there, hello, and very good evening to everybody, and welcome to the Big Nerd Disney Quiz, the happiest quiz in the world, in association with Banterflex. How y'all doing? It's so lovely to have you join us here, wherever you are playing in the world. Tonight, we're going to be testing you on your knowledge on the House of Mouse. We're going to be seeing if you know your princesses from your villains, your musical numbers, and your theme parks, behind the scenes, and much more. So before we begin, here's a word from some of my collaborators, the lovely people over at Banterflex, Jim and Therese. They're going to have a wee word with you before we kick off. So here we go.
Hi guys, Jim McLean here, the editor-in-chief of the Banterflex Movie Review website. Hope you enjoyed tonight's Big Nerd Quiz Disney special. And I want to take the time now just to thank the very who helped put it all together. Editors, Trez Ray and Joe McElroy. Also want to thank our resident Disney Queen, Victoria Brown. Want to thank Mark for letting us take part. Hope you enjoy what we've concocted for you. And hopefully we'll get to work on something again pretty soon. And hey, if, you're stuck for any of the questions, you can always tweet us. We may or may not help you. I couldn't comment. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Trez, one of the few Banterflex contributors who have helped Mark with tonight's Big Nerd Disney Quiz. I know it's been long awaited and we had a lot of fun writing the quiz. Some of the questions are a little bit challenging, some are pretty easy, so you need to get your Mickey or Minnie ears on and really work out the logic behind the questions to get the answer. Just make it enjoyable. Don't be so hard on yourself if you don't get the answers, because at the end of the day, Hakuna Matata. Hope you enjoy it.
Okay, thanks a million, guys. Couldn't have done this without the Banterflex team. So yes, do check out their website. They have a show on NVTV in Belfast. It's really cool. So yes, this is the Big Nerd Disney Quiz, and a big hello to everyone who's played before. But in case you're wondering, this is the Big Nerd Pub Quiz. And how do you play it? Here it is. How you do it. So here we go. You can play the good old-fashioned way with pen and paper, or you can use the Google form in the link in the YouTube description below. It's very simple. All you have to do is look in the YouTube description and there's a link to a Google Doc. You can play as a team or individually. It's totally up to yourself. Open up the Google link, enter in your email address, and answer the multiple choice questions as they are asked. There's 8 rounds with 6 questions each. There's only one correct answer per question. Once the quiz is finished, simply hit submit and you'll get your scores at the very end of the quiz. But do stick about to see the answers for the quiz at the end. It's recommended that you stream the quiz on a laptop or television and play the quiz using the Google form on your phone or other device. Good luck and have some fun. So if you want to get in touch with Big Nerd Pub Quiz throughout the night, all you have to do is sign up on the social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course we're on YouTube. Best way to get in touch is via the Facebook DM if you want a shout out, or if you want to write a quiz, if you've got suggestions for quizzes or any feedback, good or bad, I don't mind. Just get in touch, or you can sign up to the mailing list and get a newsletter every week about all the quizzes coming up. That's bignerdpubquiz@gmail.com. Also, would love to see where you're playing and how you're getting on and your scores. So wherever you are in the world and you're on Instagram and social media, use the hashtag BigNerdPubQuiz for any of your shoutouts and get sharing. I love seeing where everyone's playing and having a bit of crack wherever they're playing the quizzes. It's always great to say. So use the hashtag BigNerdPubQuiz. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I think we're just going to hit about 5,000 subscribers tonight. Yeah, it was just peaking on about 4,900 there earlier in the day, and it's just been phenomenal, all the response. So yes, if you're enjoying the quiz, like and subscribe and share youtube.com/BigNerdPubQuiz with all your friends. You can play any of the previous episodes that we've played before. There's been tons of specialist quizzes. This isn't the first one. We've had a Game of Thrones one, a Star Wars one. I've got loads more coming up. We've had a Harry Potter quiz. There's kids quizzes in there. So yes, loads and loads and loads. I think there's over a day's worth of quizzes, and you can host the quiz on Zoom with your family and your friends. Like I said before, there's a kids quiz every Tuesday live on the YouTube channel at 2 p.m. And coming up this week, we've got a football quiz for all you football heads out there. So Big Nerd Football Quiz is live on YouTube on Wednesday, the 27th of May, 2020 at 8 p.m. Next week is the Marvel DC quiz, another Disney property, and that's on the 1st of June. And after that, the Father Ted quiz for all you Ted heads out there. That's on the Wednesday the 3rd. And the Friends quiz on the 8th of June 2020. So that's what your lineup is looking like for June. The quiz is on 4 times a week. That's how big it's got, with a general knowledge quiz every Saturday to test your knowledge, and you can win prizes on the Saturday quiz. So yes, tons of quizzes coming up over the next month. We've got Simpsons, James Bond, movie quizzes, music quizzes, horror quizzes, so whatever tickles your fancy. You can even get Big Nerd Pub Quiz merchandise from NorthernIrelandTees.com. Check out their website, they're doing a fantastic job for me. And like I said before, this quiz is free to play, and it's always going to be free to play. But if you want to support what I'm doing, by all means, you can consider donating as little as £1 to the PayPal or the Patreon there. Massive thank you to all the supporters out there who have been playing and joining the quiz over the last couple of weeks. I started this quiz just as the lockdown was beginning, and we're into week 10 now, and it's been absolutely amazing seeing all the response, and even the collaboration with Banterflex has been absolutely amazing. So yes, we hope you're all ready. It's just come at about 7 minutes past 8. And as you can see here, we've got some lovely company here from the elephants belonging to my sister. So we're going to kick off tonight's Big Nerd Disney quiz with our first round. And here it is. Get ready. And good luck to you out there. Let's see how you get on with this. It's going to be a tricky one. So here we go. Our first round of the evening is going to be general knowledge. So this 6 questions, like I said before, general knowledge quiz, very, very simple. I'm going to repeat each question twice, and then we're going to go over the questions one more time at the very, very end of the quiz, just so you can catch up. Don't worry, you can always pause the stream and go back or play it any time you want. Okay, so here we go. Round 1, question number 1. So here we go, round 1, question 1. So Disney's first animated feature was Snow White all the way back in 1938. But what was their first completely live action feature with no animation at all in it that was based on a Robert Louis Stevenson novel? If you look in your answer sheet, you've got 4 options there. 4 options in your answer sheet. So yes, round 1, question 1. What was Disney's first ever completely live action feature film that was based on a Robert Louis Stevenson novel? Round 1, question number 2. So who portrayed Walt Disney in the John Lee Hancock 2013 feature Saving Mr. Banks? So yes, I know loads of you will have seen this. It was a film based on P.L. Travers and her life story, and about getting Mary Poppins, the film, made. And yes, Walt Disney himself appears, well, the character of Walt Disney appears in the movie. But who played Walt Disney in the film Saving Mr. Banks? You've got 4 options there. Round 1, question 3, and this is dedicated to my wee sister who loves Dumbo. But what item does Dumbo believe will make him fly? The 1942 movie, one of the early Disney films. My sister has a massive, massive collection of elephants. I think, how many is it, Claire? About 20 odd, more than that. I think it's 25. All these little elephants. And we got Sully here as well. I think that's the only non-Dumbo thing we have in the house. But yes, round 1, question 3. What item does Dumbo believe will make him fly in the famous 1942 cartoon? One of the shorter Disney movies. Round 1, question number 4. So, which of these actors I'm going to list below did not appear as a Mouseketeer on Disney's Mickey Mouse Club? So yes, Mickey Mouse Club was a TV show that went out in America and was very, very popular, and a lot of child stars came from it. But was it Ryan Gosling, Christina Aguilera, Emma Stone, or Justin Timberlake? Which of those didn't appear as a Mouseketeer on the Mickey Mouse Club? I know Britney Spears also came from those ranks as well, but which one didn't? Okay, Ryan Gosling, Christina Aguilera, Emma Stone, or Justin Timberlake. It's a surefire way to get yourself famous in Hollywood. go back in time as a kid and join the Musketeers. Anyway, round 1, question number 5. So what was the first animated Disney film to be given a live-action remake treatment? Okay, so at the moment now, Disney are going back through their entire catalogue of movies, all their animated stuff, and they're doing live-action remakes of them. However, this trend actually began a long time ago. But a lot further than you think. So, we're looking for the first animated Disney film to be given the live-action remake treatment. Alright, and the answer will surprise you how long ago it was. So get the thinking cap on. So that's round 1, question 5. Round 1, question 6. And what year did Disney complete its $4 billion takeover of Lucasfilm? It's the same year as the Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee. Gosh, what did Disney not own? Is the question these days. They've got the Marvel franchise. We had a Star Wars quiz there a couple of weeks ago, which was a massive success. If you want to take part in that, it's on youtube.com/BigNerdPubQuiz. It's in there. And we've got a Marvel DC quiz coming up next week. But yes, we're looking to see the year. What year did Disney complete its $4 billion takeover of Lucasfilm? It's the same year as Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee. That should give you the clue. And like I said before, at the very, very end of each round, we do a quick roundup of each of the questions. So here we go again. Here's your round 1 roundup. So what was Disney's first completely live-action feature film? Number 2, who portrayed Walt Disney in John Lee Hancock's 2013 feature, Saving Mr. Banks? Number 3, what item does Dumbo believe will make him fly? Number 4, which of these actors performed or did not perform as a Musketeer in Disney's Mickey Mouse Club? So that was either Emma Stone, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera. And what was the 4th one? I actually forgot. Ryan Gosling, yes. The first animated Disney film to be given a live-action remake. And number 6, what year did Disney complete its $4 billion takeover of Lucasfilm? Okay, so that's round 1 over. Good to see you're keeping in touch. I can see my phone lighting up here. I've got tons of shout outs and birthday requests to do later on in the program. So yes, do get them in. I'll try my best to read them out. Like I said, I get flooded with loads and loads of texts from everyone out there who are always looking to get in touch. But yes, do get in touch. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Just look us up. It's on Big Nerd Pub Quiz. And I'll also check out the Banterflex site as well. Okay, so moving on from Big Nerd Disney Quiz Part 2, round 2 is all going to be about Disney princesses. Sure, what's Disney without its famous female protagonists? Okay, so very, very simply, this is kind of a picture round. We're going to show you the silhouettes of 6 Disney princesses, very, very recognizable. All you have to do is guess which ones they are. Straightforward enough? Okay, so here we go. Round 2, question number 1. Who is this? Nice easy one to start off with there. So yes, round 2, question number 1. Which Disney princess is this? If you're stuck, if you're not too sure, do have a look at your answer sheet. Look at the Google answer sheet. Should give you some clues in there. Worst comes to worst, you got 1 in 4 chance. Always take a stab at it. Here's round 2, question number 1. Round 2, question 2. We'll go through these all again at the very end. Which Disney princess is this? One of the more recent additions to the Disney canon. And a landmark one at that. But which Disney princess is this? That's round 2, question 2. Round 2, question number 3. I'm sure you'll all get this one. You'll very, very recognizable silhouette there. But round 2, question 3. You'll know the movie. But what's the protagonist's name? Round 2, question 3. Don't worry, we will go through these again. In case you missed them, have a good look. That's round 2, question number 3. Here's a very, very familiar one. This one from the 90s. Round 2, question number 4. Which Disney princess / heroine is this? Round 2, question number 4. Again, I can't give you too much clues about this because I think it's fairly obvious. Anyway, round 2, question number 5. Another very famous Disney princess. You might recognize her from the pose she's striking. Maybe it's one of the dances that she does in one of the musical numbers. But yes, one of the very most popular Disney princesses of the last 20 years or so. It's round 2, question number 5. A bit of a tricky one, but then look at the features. Round 2, question 6. Which Disney princess could this be? Again, one of the more modern ones. Give you a clue. One of the more modern ones, but based on an ancient fairy tale. Okay, that should give you enough of a clue. I'm sure during lockdown, you guys have all had the chance to watch all these Disney movies on Disney+. I know I have. Me and my sister have, for definite. So anyway, we'll go through them one more time. That's the final one. Go through them one more time. We'll spend 5 seconds on each. That's round 2, question number 1. Question number 2. There's number 3 again. Number 4. Round 2, question 5. And finally, round 2, question 6. Alright, that was a fantastic idea for a round there. Thanks, guys, at Banterflix for writing that one. We spent a lot of time collaborating on which ones, looking at all the different questions, but we thought these would be the most challenging ones for you guys out there. But anyway, don't forget, you can support the Big Nerd Pub Quiz by donating to the Patreon and the PayPal. If you think it's good enough, if you saw me down the street and would like to buy me a pint or a cup of coffee, by all means, you can donate as little or as much as you want. Like I said before, and yes, I was made aware earlier on the Facebook page, a lot of people putting up spam links. Like, this quiz is always free to play, so never, if you're in doubt, always go by the official links. It's always going to be only on YouTube, never anything else. Okay, so thanks, guys, out there for pointing that out. I think Liam and Kelly sent me messages before. Anyway, we've got some shout outs before we move on to round 3. Jordan Wellstead and the SAP squad are playing in Tala in Dublin and beyond. Good to hear from you guys. Glad you're playing tonight. Hi to Sean Vikingson. He's the biggest Disney fan in the world and he loves Treasure Planet. And that's from Shannon. He thinks that's underrated. I think that one's underrated too. Happy 23rd birthday to Georgia Sanderson in Wexford. And a big hello from Eamon Boyle in Belfast to his brother Connor in Auckland. Good to hear from you guys and glad you're playing tonight. Anyway, so here we're moving on to the next round. So round 3 is going to be an interesting one. Let's check it out. It is Disney locations. So once upon a time in a land far, far away, or like I said, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Disney owned that too. But yes, we're going to be testing your knowledge on the places where Disney is set. So here we go, 6 questions all about famous Disney locations. So here we go, round 1, question number 1. Oh, I forgot to put this in, but I'll read them out very quickly. But which of the films on your answer sheet is not set in France? Off the top of my head, we had Cinderella, Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, Hunchback of Notre Dame, or Beauty and the Beast. Those are the 4. So, which of the 4 films I'm going to read out not set in France? Hunchback of Notre Dame, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, or Cinderella? Which of them is not set in France? Alright. 2 of them should be very, very obvious. It's up to you to kind of work out which of the other 2 isn't. Which looks less French, that's all I can say. But round 3 question. Oh, we're back on again. Guys, apologies there. We're back on. We had a little bit of technical issues with OBS. We're back on again. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, apologies. Hopefully if you all try to relog back on again. Bear with me here. But in which US state is Pocahontas set in? Do apologies there. That's very rarely that's ever happened. But yes, round 3, question number 2. In which US state is Pocahontas set in? I'm going to turn off the music here just in case it's making an issue. But round 3, question number 2. Which US state is Pocahontas set in? Basically, if you work out where the protagonists land in the series, that should be able to give you a clue about where it's set. Okay, so Jamestown. Where is modern day Jamestown? Okay. Can somebody give me a check and see if the stream is going out? I'm getting an excellent connection here, notification. But yes, round 3, question 3. What is the name of the kingdom that Rapunzel rules? So round 3, question number 3. What is the name of the kingdom that Rapunzel rules? Round 3, question number 4. In which city is 101 Dalmatians set in? Thanks, Rebecca. Rebecca's just giving me a wee bit of a heads up there. Very rarely get technical issues like this these days. I don't know what the heck that was about. But round 3, question number 4. Which city is 101 Dalmatians set in? Round 3, question number 5. This is one for all you Frozen fans out there, but just like I was a couple of seconds ago. But Frozen's Prince Hans comes from where? 4 options there on your Google Doc sheet. So round 3, question number 5. Round 3, question 6. So the final one of our locations round. Again, use your noggin on this one, but Atlantis' Milo works at the Smithsonian Institute. But in which US city is the Smithsonian Museum based? So yes, if you've ever been to America, you might have visited it. Well, that should give you a clue. But Atlantis' Milo works at the Smithsonian Institute. In which US city is it based in? A quick recap there of the locations round. So which of these films is not set in France? Your options are Cinderella, Snow White, Hunchback of Notre Dame, or Beauty and the Beast. Number 2, in which US state is Pocahontas set in? So what's modern day US state? And number 3, what is the name of the kingdom that Rapunzel rules? Number 4, which city is 101 Dalmatians set in? Number 5, Frozen's Prince Hans comes from where? So which islands does he come from? It is mentioned in the show. You should, die-hard Frozen fans should get that one. And finally, Atlantis' Milo works at the Smithsonian Institute. In which US city is it based? All right, thank you for bearing with me with the technical issues here. My computer isn't the newest, but anyway, we're keeping it going here. Do keep sharing your pictures and your photographs. Big shout out to Claire and Stephen, who are eating homemade pizza tonight, and another big shout out to Trace Hughes, who is a big Dumbo fan as well, so she tells me. But yes, as I said, get in touch. Use the hashtag BigNerdPubQuiz to get in touch and let me know how you're getting on with the quiz. Are you enjoying it so far? Hope it isn't too tough. But anyway, moving on to the next round this evening. Round 4 is a music round. So yes, this is a very interesting round. Basically, we're going to give you 4 tracks from a particular Disney movie. One of them is the odd one out. Okay, so you're going to be able to identify the Disney movie via the picture. But you've got to work out which is the odd track out. It's a tricky round, I'm not going to lie. But if you use your power of deduction and a bit of logic, you can probably work this one out. It is a tricky round. But here we go. Round 4, your music round. Here's your first question this evening. So round 4, question number 1. You've got 4 tracks there, but which one is the odd one out from the film Sleeping Beauty? True Love's Kiss, Once Upon a Dream, One Gift, and I Wonder. So round 4, question number 1. True Love's Kiss, Once Upon a Dream, One Gift, and I Wonder. So many shoutouts here tonight. So that's round 4, question number 1. round 4, question number 2. 4 tracks here, but which is the odd one out from the film Cinderella? Which one doesn't belong? So this is Love, Sing Sweet Nightingale, Where the Dream Takes You, or Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. I'm sure for so many of you out there who know the musical, and you know if you know the actual film itself, you'll know which one is definitely in that movie. It's up to you to work out which one isn't. So this is Love, Sing Sweet Nightingale, Where the Dream Takes You, or Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. Round 4. Question number 3. So yes, these are all from the film Tangled. When Will My Life Begin? Out There, Mother Knows Best, Something That I Want. Like I said before, if you guys have been watching loads and loads of Disney movies on Disney Plus during the lockdown, you'll probably know these. It is a newer one, so you might not be as familiar with it. But again, work it out. When Will My Life Begin? Out There, Mother Knows Best, Something I Want. Those are your 4 ones from Tangled, or one of them is not from Tangled. Round 4, question 4. Another modern classic, Moana. So the 4 songs here, we've got Know Who You Are, Steady as the Beating Drum, You're Welcome, and How Far I'll Go. So which one is the odd one out from those? Round 4, question 4. Don't worry, we'll go through all of these again at the end, so you'll get a chance to catch up. Another very, very modern one. This is from Mary Poppins Returns. Jim loves this movie, he told me. But yes, the place where lost things go, nowhere to go but up. Can you imagine that? An age of not believing. But which of those tracks from the modern day Disney movie Mary Poppins Returns, which of those does not belong? And finally, I love this movie. I might have seen it in the cinema. Amy Adams there in Enchanted. You've got That's How You Know, The Washing Song, Ever Ever After, and So Close. Which of those doesn't belong in the film? So yes, there we go. Don't worry, we're going to go through them one more time so you can get caught up. But round 4, question 1. True Love's Kiss, Once Upon a Dream, One Gift, and I Wonder. Question 2. So this is Love, Sing Sweet Nightingale, Where the Dream Takes You, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. Round 4, question 3. When Will My Life Begin? Out There, Mother Knows Best, Something That I Want, which is the odd one out from Tangled. Moana. Know Who You Are, Steady as the Beating Drum, You're Welcome, How Far I'll Go. It's round 4, question 4. Round 4, question number 5. The place where lost things go, nowhere to go but up. Can you imagine that? And the age of not believing. Round 4, question 6. That's How You Know, The Washing Song, Ever Ever After, and So Close. And yes, that's your final music question of the evening. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a really tricky one. I think that's probably the hardest round in the entire thing. But that brings us up to the halfway point of tonight's quiz. Like I said before, keep in touch. Like I said, I'm getting tons of messages here, and I've got a very, very special birthday to mention tonight. This was texted in to me about a day ago, and this is a big 40th birthday, and that's a big happy birthday to Louise, and that's from her husband Matt and her daughters Millie and Olivia. I'm so glad that you love playing the quizzes. And yes, big happy birthday to you. Like I said, that was emailed in advance. And like if you want to keep in touch, by all means, get in touch with all the social medias. I've said it over and over and over again. But yes, a couple more to shout out here. Rose Richardson's playing this evening. Helena is age 7 and she's playing in Paisley in Scotland. Wendy in Buckinghamshire is playing with her 2 daughters, Natalie and Katie tonight. Good to hear from you guys. And shout out to the Draycotts in Sheps Head doing the quiz for the first time, and that's good luck to the Coopers in Colville. And Louise wants a shout out to Trish and Duncan in Gloucester. A Is it Trish Duncan? It's not Trish and Duncan. Anyway, good to hear from you guys. Keep all the shout outs and the mentions coming in. I love hearing it all. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I think we've just gone over the 5,000 followers marks. Like I said, we've got tons and tons of specialty quizzes coming up over the next couple of weeks. Yes, there's the football quiz that's on YouTube this Wednesday, the 27th. So if you're a big footy fan, do give that a go. That's written by my good friend Tom. He's a big Spurs fan, but he's took the time to write this, and it's fantastic. The Marvel DC quiz is next Monday. That's the 1st of June. Can't believe it's June already. But yes, Marvel DC quiz is next week. That was written by my good buddy Neil Cochran. Father Ted quiz is going to be written by my buddy Raffo. That's going to be on Wednesday the 3rd of June. And I know loads of you guys have put this in your diary already. The Friends quiz is going to be on the 8th of June at 8 p.m. Do get involved. I know you're all going to love that. You can also pick up Big Nerd Pub Quiz merchandise from Northern Iron Tees. But do check out their website for loads and loads of cool t-shirts and the like of that. Use the code BigNerdQuiz for a 10% discount. And don't forget, like I said, check out Banterflex. They're on banterflex.com. They do a range of really cool podcasts, and they've got a TV show on NVTV in Belfast. Without those guys, I wouldn't have this quiz done tonight. So thank you so much. I love you guys so much. And we've got Fright Club as well there at Fright Club NI. They're doing the horror quiz for me at the end of next month. Okay, moving on. The quiz should last an hour. Should bring us up to about 9 o'clock. But anyway, we're just past the halfway point, like I said. And we're moving on to round 5. Round 5 tonight is the modern day classics, which are Pixar. So yes, Pixar, interestingly enough, was a spin-off company from Industrial Light and Magic. So yes, the guys who created the special effects for Star Wars created a company, Pixar, in the middle of the 80s and experimented with computer-generated imagery and animation. Basically, a lot of the guys who worked for George Lucas in a lot of the computer effects from very, very early movies like Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Indiana Jones, for example, all created this company. And Steve Jobs of Apple was a very early investor of it. That's enough of the history lesson. You all know the rest. But yes, Pixar, the pioneers, they got acquired by Disney, and they make some of the best, finest movies out there. But here we go, your first Pixar question of tonight. Round 5, question number 1. But what was the first Pixar film to receive an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature? I can give you a clue on this. It's a film with a sequel. Yes, a lot of it was one of those things that the early Pixar movies didn't have sequels, and interestingly, Toy Story 2 was meant to go direct to video, but as we all know, it's one of the better ones. But yes, what was the first Pixar movie to actually win the Oscar for Best Animated Feature? That's round 5, question number 1. Round 5, question number 2. What's the full name of the character Sully in Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University? I absolutely love Monsters University. But yes, if you watch every Pixar movie in order of when they're released, you can see the technology getting better and better and better. And every time they do something, the animators learn how to make it better in the next one. So all the technology they would have made to use Finding Nemo and all the water effects, they would have copied and used that in later movies. And it's stuff like, even like the character animations, like you don't see that many humans in the early ones, but as the technology gets better and the animations get better, you start seeing more human characters, like in The Incredibles, etc. But this is 2001's Sully. What's his full name in Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University? And you'll recognize this character from one of the very early Pixar shorts, and it's in the logo. But what's the name of the lamp that comes to life in Pixar's first ever short? One of the other Pixar shorts actually went on to inspire the film Toy Story. But yes, round 5, question number 3. What is the name of the lamp that comes to life in Pixar's first ever short? It squashes the eye. Round 5, question number 4. I love this one, but which classic Hollywood musical is WALL-E obsessed with? So yes, in the film that has very, very little dialogue for the first 40 minutes, you see Wally looking at an old discarded iPod, and it's playing over this clip, over the musical clip, over and over and over again. The little sentient robot. He loves it. But yes, which classic Hollywood musical is Wally obsessed with? Stars Barbara Streisand. Round 5. Question 5. Then the character Lightning McQueen in the 2006 movie Cars finds himself stuck in what town? Cars is one of those ones not as critically acclaimed, but it sold a ton of merchandise. So yes, one of the early Pixar movies to get sequels straight away. But yes, the character Lightning McQueen in the 2006 movie Cars finds himself stuck in what town? And your final Pixar question of this evening. So what is the name of the actor who's voiced at least one character in every Pixar film to date? I can give you a clue on which characters he plays. He plays Ham in the Toy Story series, and he also plays the Abominable Snowman in Monsters, Inc. Normally he doesn't play big characters, but yes, another clue, he played... he was a character in Cheers. He was the mailman. It's not Norm, the other guy, Cliff. He's Cliff in Cheers. So if you know the classic TV series Cheers, he's that guy. And he's also in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. He got a very, very small role as a rebel commander in the base. But yes, round 5, question number 6. What is the name of the actor who he always voices at least one character in every Pixar film to date? And it's like I said, it's become a tradition. So that's your last Pixar question of this Big Nerd Disney quiz. Coming on in the roundup there. What's the first Pixar film to receive an Academy Award? And number 2, what is the full name of the character Sully in Monsters, Inc. and Monsters University? Number 3, what's the name of the lamp that comes to life in Pixar's first ever short? Number 4, which classic Hollywood musical is Wally obsessed with? Number 5, the character Lightning McQueen in the 2006 movie Cars finds himself stuck in what town? And finally, what is the name of the actor who voiced at least one character in every Pixar film to date? All right. So yes, earlier on we had a round about Disney princesses, but we had to counter that. So for every hero or heroine, there is a villain. And yes, Disney is remembered for having some of the best on-screen villains of all time. But here's 6 questions to test whether you know who's the fairest of them all. So here we go. Or who's the darkest of them all anyway. So round 6, question number 1. What are the names of Ursula's sidekicks in The Little Mermaid? Yes, 1989's The Little Mermaid was the film that sparked what many call the Disney Renaissance. It was kind of a return to form of the quality of Disney movies. A lot of the Disney movies of the late 70s, early 80s had kind of not so slumped in quality, but had come a lot darker and weren't getting the box office returns as their previous movies' incarnations. But yes, Little Mermaid kick-started a run of movies in the late 80s, early 90s that went on to what's known as the Disney Renaissance. So Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, Pocahontas, you know them. But the name of Disney's Ursula's sidekicks in The Little Mermaid. All right, in the film Hercules, what is Hades' relationship to Hercules? That's round 6, question number 2. It's not voiced by James Woods. I think it is James Woods. But yes, Hercules, giving kids a classics education from a very early age. But round 6, question 2. In the film Hercules, what is Hades' relationship to Hercules? One of the modern classics there. Round 6, question 3. Shan Yu, the villain in Mulan, is the leader of the... what? 4 options there. What is Shan Yu, the villain in Mulan? What is he the leader of? What group is he the leader of? Trace and Jim call me out for not having seen Mulan, and I'm telling you, I have seen nearly every Disney movie there is going. I've never seen Mulan. Should remedy that. But anyway, round 6, question 4. In The Lion King, Scar tells Simba to run away and never return after he tricks him into believing what? Scar's like the best thing in The Lion King, I think. Jeremy Irons' voice is just perfect. Like, I love the way he just speaks like, long live the king. It's fantastic. I love Jeremy Irons. But yes, in The Lion King, Scar tells Simba to run away and never to return after he tricks him into believing what? And yes, a lot of you scholars out there know that The Lion King is a retelling of the film, of the play Hamlet. Round 6, question number 5. What is the name of the villainous crab in Moana? Another modern day classic here. Very recent one. But I'm looking for the name of the villainous crab in Moana. That's round 6, question number 5. And finally, round 6, question 6. King Candy is the ruler of Sugar Rush in Wreck-It Ralph. But what is his true identity? Got a buddy, Damien Mellon, out there. I don't know whether he's watching or not, but he actually cosplays one of the characters in Wreck-It Ralph. He does it really well. He's a big cosplayer, and yeah, you probably know him from seeing him about the cosplay scene in Ireland. Agent Delta cosplays, but yes. Round 6, question 6. King Candy is the ruler of Sugar Rush in Wreck-It Ralph, but what is his true identity? And there is your villains roundup. That's 6 questions there, all about villains. So here we go again. What are the name of Ursula's sidekicks in The Little Mermaid? Number 2, in the film Hercules, what is Hades' relationship to Hercules? Number 3, Shan Yu is the villain in Mulan, and he's the leader of the what? Number 4, The Lion King, Scar tells Simba to run away and never return after he tricks him into believing what? Number 5, what is the name of the villainous crab in Moana? And 6, King Candy is the ruler of Sugar Rush in Wreck-It Ralph, but what is his true identity? Alright, so that is your round 6. Got 2 more rounds to go. We'll get some chance to get some shout-outs. And Hayley Pender wants a shout-out to her niece Ellie and her cousin Megan, who are playing the quiz tonight. Good to hear from you guys. Zoe Leanne says, can you please give a shout-out to Autumn tonight? She's been excited for this quiz all day. Good to hear from you, Autumn. Sky Cox, she says, me and my friend are playing tonight via FaceTime from Liverpool. Can we get a shout-out for Sky and Ellie? Good to hear from you guys. And Ellie Power, that could be the same Ellie, I don't know, but Debbie says she wants a shout out to Claire, Wayne, Simon, Jacob, Cooper and Frank. We love your quizzes. Well, I love having you guys here too. Don't forget, like I said before, Big Nerd Pub Quiz is on 4 times a week. So Monday, Tuesday at 2, Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. So check out our website, like and subscribe to all the social medias, and don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. And if you're enjoying it, share it with your friends. You can play any of the quizzes at any time. There's like a day's worth of quiz in the archives on YouTube there, like I said. Okay, moving on. So our next question goes a little bit into the real world, but it's still a place of magic and wonder, and I'm sure a lot of you have been to at least one of these. But yes, round 7 is all about Disney parks. So interestingly, Walt Disney, I think, was influenced to do this by a theme park in the city of Copenhagen called the Tivoli Gardens, which is still there, and it's like basically a theme park right in the middle of the town. It's absolutely amazing. So if you ever go to Copenhagen, check this out. This is the prototype Disney World, or Disneyland. But here we go. Here's the next set of questions about Disneylands, Disney Worlds, Disney Resorts. I'm going to show you the 6 Disney parks that are out there at the moment, and I want you to put the opening of these Disney parks in order, chronological order, starting with the earliest back in 1955 and the most recent in 2016. So there they all are there. You've got Hong Kong, California, Shanghai, Paris, Florida and Tokyo. So basically the question is, which Disney park was the first to open? 1955, put that one first. At number 2, if you think Shanghai was the second one, put it second. Somehow I doubt that. Paris, if you think that was the third one, put it at number 3. Florida, if you think it was number 4, put it at number 4. Tokyo 5. You get how it is. So yeah, in your answer sheet, take some time, Scribble down the order in which you think. I'll keep this up for a good 2 minutes or so. Okay, so Hong Kong, California Disneyland, Shanghai, Paris, Florida Disney World, and Tokyo. Florida Disney World, I think, is the largest one and has got MGM Studios in it. It has Epcot Center, which was opened in 1982, has a monorail around it. I'm giving you the clue there, haven't I? No, Florida one I think is a little bit earlier, but the Epcot Center was 82, I know that. But yes, you'll be interested to find out the answers for these at the end. But try to work out which one you think would be the latest one to open. And we all know the Paris one has been there for quite a while. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been to that one. But yes. Keep it up for another couple of minutes. Hong Kong, California, Shanghai, Paris, Florida, and Tokyo. Put them in order of which they were opened. All right. That's round 7. 1 more minute there, and then we'll move on to the final round. We'll do another little round of shoutouts before we move on to a final round. Alright, so here we go. Well, a couple more seconds on this. So Hong Kong, California, Shanghai, Paris, Florida, Tokyo. Put them in order. Which you think they opened. Starting with the earliest in 55, working to the most recent in 2016. I'm definitely looking forward to go to see Galaxy's Edge. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Okay, a couple more seconds on that, and then I'm going to move on. So yes, round 7. Disney parks. All right, so thank you very much. That was the penultimate round. We're going on to the final round of the Disney quiz tonight. After I read out all the questions for the final round, don't forget, all you have to do is hit submit. You'll get your answer, your actual result at the very, very end, but stick about to hear the answers at the very end of the quiz. Got a couple of quick shout outs before we go on to the final one. Sasha's texted in. She says, please give me a shout out to my wee cousin Padraig McLean, who's playing in Ballycastle, and his mum Nicola. He's only 8 and loves Disney, and it would make his day. Definitely good to hear from you guys. Paul Atkinson is playing the quiz as well, and he loves Disney so much that he watches a Disney movie every night. Massive fan. Any more shout outs here? Can we? Sally Dudley says he wants to hi to Gabs, B, and Pip in Castleford in Yorkshire. Chloe Brady says she wants a shout out to herself in Castle Dermot in County Kildare. Any more out there? I think we've got listeners in Munich. I just saw a message come up earlier on. Shout out to Connor Boyle in Auchnacloy from Kira and Kevin in Cambridge. And can you say hi to Christina, please? We have to play separately, and that's from Antoinette Kelso Maguire. All right, okay, so here we go. Final round of the evening, and we thought we'd end with a wee picture round. So here we go. 6 questions, but what are these pictures all about? So whose voice is it? Yes, many famous celebrities and actors over the years have lent their voices to the Disney characters to bring them alive. But I'm going to show you 6 Disney characters. All you have to guess is who voiced the character. Okay, so round 8, question number 1. You'll see their picture in a second. So yes, from the new Toy Story 4, Kit Kaboom, the Canadian Evel Knievel. Round 8, question number 1. So who voiced Kit Kaboom? And believe me, it shocked me when I heard as well. I was like, no way. Round 8, question 1. I never copped on. It was him. But anyway, round 8, question 1, Kit Kaboom. Round 8, question 2, Shenzi from The Lion King. Well, the hyenas there, but round 8, question 2. Very famous talk show host at the moment. Won Oscars for appearing in Ghost, as well as appearing in Star Trek The Next Generation. That's your clues for that one. Round 8, question number 2. Oh, this is a good one. Round 8, question 3. Mrs. Potts. From the film. The first Academy Award, the first Disney movie to win or to be nominated for Best Picture. Beauty and the Beast. But who provided the voice for Mrs. Potts in that film? Very respected actress. Lives in Ireland at the moment, And yes, you might recognize her from Murder, She Wrote. Round 8, question number 4. Chief Bogo, and I absolutely love this movie. One of my, it has to be top 5 favorite Disney movies of the last couple of years. Chief Bogo, round 8, question number 4. I love Zootopia. He's one of the biggest British actors going at the moment. Chief Bogo, round 8, question 4. Glad we got a Zootopia question in. Round 8, question number 5. Phil. This actor Yul has been on the go since the late 70s. Comedian. He's not very tall. Kind of looks like the character in a way. You'll catch him in shows like Matilda, Twins, Only Sunny in Philadelphia. You know what I'm talking about. Round 8, question number 5. And finally, round 8, question 6. Who gave the voice of Esmeralda? So yes, hit submit. Hit submit. And you'll get your scores immediately. We'll go through them one more time. But yes, round 8, question 6. Who gave the voice? Who did the voice for Esmeralda? So go through them one more time there. You should be able to get your scores by now, but round 8, question 1. Question number 2. Question 3. Question 4. 5. And 6. Well, that's it. That's the end of Big Nerd Disney Quiz for this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in, but stick about. We're going to hear the answers now in a couple of seconds. A couple of wee messages. Like I said before, if you've enjoyed the quiz tonight, by all means, do donate to my Patreon or my PayPal. All the details are coming up here. It's patreon.com/BigNerdPubQuiz and paypal.me/BigNerdPubQuiz. Thank you so much for all the lovely messages of support I got last week from everyone. Obviously, had a bit of a tragedy in my family. It's a bit of an understatement, but yes, thank you so much for got inundated with messages from all the players of the quizzes, and I have to say I'm eternally grateful for those. Thank you for doing that. And yes, I'm glad to do these quizzes. It's become a job for me. It's an absolute passion of mine, writing and researching them and presenting them. But yes, thank you so much for taking part. I really enjoyed having you all. A couple of more shout outs before we play. We see the answers. Gonna give a quick shout out to, let's see, Julie Pollock. She says, can I have a shout out to Ella, who's staying up late with her mum and dad, with the Pollock and the Diver families on Zoom. Good to hear from you guys. Lucy Pickering says hello from the Hawkins family playing in Nottingham, and they're loving the Disney quiz. Fanula Bradley says, can you wish Brona in Lisburn a happy 7th birthday? It was her birthday yesterday. That's a love from mum, dad, and baby sis Erin. Oh, God love yous. And we've got Disney quiz. Can you say a big thanks to Andrew for my lockdown haircut? And that's from David Mullen, and he says he's going crazy. I was going crazy. He did a great job. Shout out to Andrew and Dee. And yes. And Damien says, hey, thanks for the shout out, man. You're watching the quiz. I can't believe that. Anyway, good to hear from you all. Here is tonight's answers of the quiz. Let's see how you did. Here's your round 1, general knowledge one. So yes, Rapunzel. Oh, yeah. What was that? The first one. Hold on. Did I get that one right? No. The first answer to that one... Sorry, I put the wrong one in. The first answer to that one is actually Treasure Island. Apologies for that. Tom Hanks played Disney in the movie. Feather makes Dumbo fly. Emma Stone was not one of the Musketeers. The Jungle Book was the first live-action remake in 1994, and 2012 is when Disney bought over Star Wars. Your Disney princesses here. We've got Belle, Tiana, Merida, Pocahontas, Elsa, and Rapunzel. I think I must have mixed those two up. But the first answer there was actually Treasure Island. And that's where the pirates get their yar from. Because apparently all the actors just did that accent. Round 3 answers. So we got Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is the only one not set in France. Virginia is where Pocahontas is set. Corona is where Rapunzel rules. London is the location of 101 Dalmatians. The Southern Isle is where that Duke is from in Frozen, and Washington DC is the location of the Smithsonian. So the odd ones out: True Love's Kiss, Where Your Dream Takes You, Out There, Steady as a Beating Drum, The Age of Not Believing, and The Washing Song were the last old ones out there. Your Pixar questions and your answers are: Finding Nemo was the first one to win an Oscar for Best Animation. James P. Sullivan is the full name of Sully. Luxo Jr. is the name of the lamp. Hello Dolly is the musical, which Wally is obsessed with. Radiator Springs is where Lightning McQueen goes to help the people of the town. And John Ratzenberger is the actor who appears in all the Pixar movies. Your villains answers: Flotsam and Jetsam in The Little Mermaid. His uncle, that's a relationship with Hades and Hercules. The Huns, that was the leader of that tribe in Mulan. He was convinced that Simba was responsible for his father's death. That's number 4. The crab is called Tamatoa. And Turbo from Turbo Time is the leader of Candyland there. In the order of the opening of these parks was as follows. So Disneyland California was obviously the first one. Disney World Florida in 1971. Tokyo Disneyland was the third one. Interesting, I thought that would have come a bit later. Disneyland Paris in 1992. It was known as Euro Disney then. Hong Kong Disneyland opened after that. And finally, Shanghai is the latest one, opening in 2016 in mainland China. Who would have thought? And finally, the answers to the final round there. We've got Keanu Reeves, Whoopi Goldberg, Angela Lansbury, Idris Elba, and Danny DeVito and Demi Moore, all providing the voices there for those characters at the end. Thank you so much for taking part in tonight's Disney quiz. I'm really sorry if I didn't get a chance to read your name out. I get inundated with tons and tons and tons of messages of people playing the quizzes all over the world. It's really humbling to hear all your feedback, but do stay in touch. If you've got any ideas for quizzes or any kind of want to write a quiz for me, by all means get in touch via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course like and subscribe. Hit the little bell button as well on the YouTube channel to get updates from all the Big Nerd Pub Quiz. Check out Northern Tees if you want to buy some swish Big Nerd Pub Quiz merchandise. And a big thank you to the guys at Banterflix for writing this fantastic quiz. I know you guys were really challenged by that, and I think it was that's the whole thing. I think the better a quiz is if it's more challenging and a little bit trickier than you thought. Let me know how you got on. Use the hashtag Big Nerd Pub Quiz. Post on all the social medias. Post your scores. Like I said, there's no winners or losers, but I want to see how you did. So yes, get on your social media. Post it in your story. Post it in your Instagram. Post it in Twitter. Use the hashtag and let me know how you got on. Just to let you know, a couple of more quizzes coming up. Football quiz is on Wednesday, so if you're into football, that's the quiz for you. It's going to be fun. It's on Wednesday at 8 p.m. We've got the Marvel DC quiz next Monday on the 1st of June. We've also got the Father Ted quiz on next Wednesday week, and on the 8th of June in 2 weeks time we're doing the Friends quiz. I know so many of you guys will love that. Don't forget, we do a general knowledge quiz every Saturday, so as you can see there on the calendar. So the next one is the next general knowledge quiz is this Saturday coming as well, but we've got tons of other quizzes out there. Music one, a Simpsons one, Big Nerd movie quiz, the James Bond quiz, a 2000s one, and a horror quiz, all coming up in the next couple of weeks. Do stay in touch, and like I said, stay in touch with all the social medias to let you know what's coming up, and yes, to keep in tune with what's happening in a Big Nerd Pub Quiz. Thank you so much. I think we did bump over 5,000 subscribers tonight. Such an amazing milestone for me to reach, for having this come from absolutely nothing. It's an absolute pleasure for me to do it. If you like the quiz, do like and subscribe and share it with your friends and let them know all about it. Thank you very much for playing. It's just gone 9 o'clock there on Monday the 25th. Big thanks again to Banterflix, and let them know that you love them by going over to their site and listening to their podcast and their TV show. So yes, thank you again. We'll see you again this Wednesday for the football quiz if you're so inclined. The general knowledge quiz this Saturday and the Marvel DC quiz next week. All the links are there. And the kids quiz tomorrow too. Who could forget? But yes, thank you so much for playing again. Much love and hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again soon. Stay safe and have a great rest of the week.